Happy Halloween, everyone. It's another episode of One More Out of Here podcast. Trick-or-treating starts in about an hour and a half from now.
Coming to you live
from the One More Out of Here studio.
Excellent.
Formerly the
what was
it was hold on, I'll think of it. I don't tell. It was the illegal shift studio.
There you go.
I knew it was the illegal something.
I forgot.
But we've got some things to get to, including the full beaver moon that will happen 4 nights hence.
Love a
so
beaver
we're all looking forward to that.
Do you know
Everybody looks forward to the beaver moon.
No, this is not just the beaver; it's the full beaver.
The
full beaver moon.
Yes.
So that is
which
coming.
is when?
On the 5th of November.
Absolutely correct.
Ooh, just
gonna open your beer.
Did you know that?
5 days shy of my birthday.
Oh,
5 days shy. God, I wish the full beaver moon was on my birthday.
Your birthday is November 10th.
Yes.
So is Hassler's.
I share the.
Did you know that? Did you know you guys had the same birthday?
I did not.
How you know now?
I like
that?
the
We also
festive
share
border.
we share the birthday of the Marine Corps. I was not a Marine. I'm not doing
Semper Fi.
I'm not doing stolen valor.
Stolen valor.
Semper Fidelis.
But I hang out with a bunch of Marines, and we used to hang out and drink on November 10th for my birthday and theirs.
Before we get too far down the road, Andrew, I want to turn to you.
No.
You just returned from an honor flight.
Yeah. Well, no, I
couple
didn't go on the honor flight.
Oh, you didn't go?
I did not go on the honor flight.
Okay,
I
but
was a little busy.
did you go to the welcome home ceremony?
I did.
You
I
did,
went to
and
the send off and the welcome
how was the
home
response? And you know what? I meant to bring this up in the last podcast. I
Didn't
sent a
see you
video to
there.
Jason.
Yeah.
There was an honor flight that came back to Minnesota, and the Attorney General was there. Ellison is the guy's name, and he's a hardcore Muslim.
Imagine that.
The video shows what happens when the returning veterans come into the airport area. What generally happens with all the people who are there?
Oh my God! It's a celebration.
Yeah, there's cheering, there's clapping, there's applause.
It's a parade.
Yeah.
If you call it a parade, it is a
It's
parade.
fantastic.
It is it's like walking down Main Street, USA on the 4th of July.
And that piece of shit Attorney General from
I saw
Minnesota
that. He's sitting down.
could not be bothered
Yeah, I saw that.
to engage, not even recognize.
No, he sat there.
That these individuals.
I think he was sexting on his phone onto some gay porn website.
Might have been,
and
maybe he thought he was chatting with a 14-year-old girl
or boy, depending on
that's
depending on your point of view. But he was a piece of shit, and I posted about that. He couldn't even have the decency. Let me tell you something.
I meant to bring that up on our last podcast, but I ran out of time.
I'm glad you brought it now because we just hit that the last honor flight of the year just got back Tuesday. Okay, and we all go to CVG. The honor flight lands about 8:30, and then we get to the CVG concourse about 9 o'clock because I think this time we had 25 wheelchairs. We had 87 veterans. So
good numbers.
And
what's the most veterans you've had that you've seen?
Usually they shoot for 87, 88.
All right,
you
so
get above that. I mean,
right
that's about, that fills up the plane. There's no wasted space. It's very efficiently run. The Pops do a great job. Cheryl and Tom Pop have been running honor flight for many years. And anyhow, we have a great board that helps guide the decisions made. But let me say this. When you come upstairs and you see, I don't know, I think there was probably about, if I had to guesstimate, I would say, I didn't see the Million Man March, so my numbers are a little bit off now. but it was about 2,500 people there, plus or minus.
That's amazing.
Outstanding.
And Lakota, I don't know what it is about Lakota. I can't, so forgive me, I'm not from that part of Cincinnati. Is it Lakota East? Is that a big high school?
Well, there's Lakota East and West.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know
it's a huge school district.
Yeah, I don't know which Lakota it is, so don't get pissed off at me. I think it might be Lakota East that's ringing a bell, but they had their full cheerleading squad in uniform there.
Oh, so
and
cool.
How about that?
The best part, so people come, and Lakota's north, right? It's north part of town, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a little
like
bit
halfway to Middletown.
That's a haul from the airport. They come on down.
It's a time commitment.
And they come
round
down,
trip, yeah.
And so they're there by 8:15, 8:30 at the latest. And my point is, the best part of, first of all, that guy that sat down, and I do remember seeing that guy that sat down is what we call in the business a douche. And everybody douchebag, but everybody that sees, witnesses, interacts, because I've seen it countless times walking through airports. People go, "Hey, well, who are those people?" Now, mind you, it says Honor Flight all over gear. So,
right.
a lot of times I'm like, you mean this group? But
Do you say that
you open your
you say
fucking-
they're
How
American?
about you open your fucking
like
eyes?
this. Sometimes I go like this. I go, "Oh, we're the Honor Flight." But,
Do you say they're American heroes?
I do, and I will say that dealing with now, we're pretty much not exclusively, but we're largely Vietnam veterans. And the Vietnam veterans, as you know, Dan, not that you're a Vietnam veteran,
I
but
am not.
a little young to be.
Little before my time.
Correct. Are we sure?
I'm pretty sure. But
Pretty sure.
the Vietnam veterans were not treated particularly well when they came home.
That is a fact.
Yep.
And it means so very much to the Vietnam veterans to see the most touching thing that you will see at an honor flight is a child holding a sign thanking a veteran for their service, and the Vietnam veterans just turned into goo.
Yeah.
So,
And I believe that.
it is true. So yeah, it was the last flight of the year. We do have.
I think it's good getting the young kids involved too.
It's absolutely great to get the young kids involved, and I would like to say thank you for reminding me. But we do have the last thing that we do this year is we have a fundraiser. It's called Bourbon and Barbecue. It benefits Honor Flight Tri-State, and I will get that posted to our site so that we have the dates and times correct.
Yes.
And if people want to support Honor Flight or find out more about Honor Flight Tri-State, just honorflighttristate.org. And that's all I got.
Outstanding. That's what a great organization.
Great
Yes.
organization.
And Cheryl Pop is still
Cheryl Pop is our chairman of the board, and Cheryl and Tom Pop. This is a huge life commitment for them. They are Honor Flight for all intents and purposes, but we are trying to, as a board, we're trying to transition into more of a formal organization where we have a transition plan that the next group of leaders can come up through the ranks and help guide Honor Flight. Not that they're going anywhere anytime soon, but you know what I mean? You have to plan for any good organization.
Well, it's a good thing you're doing it now, because if you tried to do it under the Obama administration, you would have not received tax exempt
Do you
status.
remember? Well, not only that, do you remember the last government shutdown under Obama? Do you know what they did to the now the government is shut down. We know that, right? We're on day 30.
31.
Okay.
31.
And Honor Flight Tri-State and all the Honor Flights have gone to DC, and they've been able to see the memorials in DC. Okay. And unabated. But do you remember, Dan and Jason, because out of vindictiveness, out of pettiness, out of childness, out of meanness, out of evilness, and every other ness I can think of, do you remember what the Obama administration did to the World War II memorial?
There were barricades placed in front of it.
Now, have you been to the
With
World War II
signs
memorial?
saying, yes, I have.
I've been.
Is there any reason that you can possibly think of to put barricades up other than meanness, evilness, stinkiness, and general malfeasance?
All the memorial. I mean,
they're all open.
They're all open.
Yeah,
correct. I mean, they're open air.
Yeah.
They're
World War
open.
II.
You're just walking by.
It
Right?
Vietnam
makes
Memorial
no sense.
Made no sense. And I do know that a group of veterans.
Maybe
pissed.
Arlington is different. I might imagine, but
yeah, Arlington's still open. I mean, Arlington, we get in. I don't know if it was. I really don't know if it was open for the public. I didn't ask, but I imagine that it probably still is. But that's a great question. But given the fact that the last time the government was shut down that I remember under Barack Obama, they barricaded the memorials off out of meanness to the veterans, because veterans, at least in their perception, were more right-leaning, not necessarily fans of Obama, and he wanted to be a prick. So he barricaded the thing off, and the veterans didn't put up with that. They tore the barricades down. They went in anyway.
I'm gonna be a little bit ignorant here, but I don't remember how long the last shutdown was.
We're approaching This will be like the second longest so far. We're approaching. We're getting up there.
Yeah, that's why I thought. I remember when it shut down before. I just couldn't remember how long, how many days it was shut down.
It's
here we are on day 31.
Day 31, and to all intents and purposes, and we're going to talk about this in the show. But I mean, if you guys have had impact by the government shutdown, please share them, because I know that here locally we're kind of like, the government shutdown. I mean, it doesn't really impact your daily life. Really, I mean, unless you need a passport or maybe.
I try not to let it impact my life.
And apparently tomorrow, that's when the SNAP benefits go out of service.
And we're going to talk about that. I got to mention something.
Well, the state is helping. There's a lot of local organizations that are helping. The Free Store Food Bank is.
A lot of restaurants, by gollies, has stepped up, and they said they're donating. You can come in and pay for someone to get a meal.
There you go.
So a lot of private restaurants are trying to step up. But
there's a huge number of illegal aliens on
SNAP.
On SNAP benefits.
How is that possible?
Now, what's her face?
Her face?
That is always on.
What's her face?
Our Anderson. I can't remember her last name.
You remember her first name?
Is it Kathy? It's three names. Like she has like hyphenated or whatever. But she was saying that illegal immigrants do not get
Her last name's Stemmer?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Okay. Anything Stemmer
I know.
says, let me know a secret.
But it makes me giggle because I think of you every time I see it.
Well, let me let you know.
And she dropped it down
all
right. So these people don't get SNAP. These people get
Stemmer
SNAP.
is an expert on nothing. Okay.
I get it.
Miss Stemmer shit full of level is astronomically high. She usually speaks first and thinks second.
You see what I did?
And Kathy Fleischman Stemmer is not somebody you should either put stock in her opinion nor what she says.
But when you see that and the misinformation that
they're pumping out
that's pumped out, is amazing to me.
She is a very good regurgitator of shit that she might read in a left-wing publication or on a left-wing blog, and rather than do her own research, she just vomits whatever she
just grabs what she grabs.
She's like
a lot of leftists,
and I've actually been pretty good about
some of our listeners do that.
I've been pretty good about not like trying to engage, but there's times where I'm like, "You're a fucking clown," and I will engage, and I'm like, "God damn it, why'd you do that?"
It's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
But it felt good. It felt good at the moment.
Kathy Fleischman Stemmer is not a bright person. She is,
but there are no illegal immigrants.
Yeah, none
that are getting SNAP.
No,
yes, there is.
I know.
Yes,
I suppose they're not getting
huge
SNAP.
number.
They're not getting Medicaid. They're not getting.
Yes, they are.
Medicare.
It's amazing.
They're not getting Social Security. They
Yes,
can't
they
vote.
are.
We've already.
They are voting.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Can they get a commercial driver's license?
Even if you're,
absolutely.
Even if you're dead, you're voting.
Indiana just arrested like what was it like 1,200?
It was a lot.
Yeah, 1,500, something like that.
So
I mean, they arrested a lot of illegals, and then I saw a video on it was from Arizona, and there's a cop, and he's in a parking lot somewhere, and he walks up, we got the body cam video, knocks on the door, guy opens the door, he says, "Hey, put some clothes on first of all." They're like butt ass naked.
Let's start there.
So
he gets the guy to put the clothes on, and then through the conversation, you can tell the guy barely understands a word of English. Then he gives him a little quiz on some road signs. The guy knows no road signs, and he's driving a big rig.
And he has a CDL.
What would make you make it in your head seem right to answer the door fucking dick swinging with no fucking, at least chonies, throw some chonies on, but you answer the door like I've never answered a door without fucking underwear on.
Jason, you're a newlywed. Don't you just hang out naked all day?
No, I can't because we have a stepdaughter.
I have a stepdaughter. There's that problem.
That would be a little creepy.
That would be weird. That would be creepy. But when she's at school, I'm walking around. I have to make sure that Jill's not on a fucking video call. I'm like, "Are you on video?" Because then I'll make my dick swing. But I'm not answering a door for some stranger outside. And I'm going to swing the door open with fucking cock and balls just right at you. Well, it's cold outside.
I don't
think there'd be a whole lot of swinging.
Don't say you're not impressed.
Pappas, it's always cold. It's always cold in Cincinnati.
Don't say you're not impressed.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's just that just makes me giggle though. Like I would never imagine.
Well, let me ask you a
opening a
question.
door to a stranger.
Dealing with that SNAP information. I mean, so what is the population? And I'm not looking for specific numbers, but what is the population of the United States? Is it 300 and something million people?
I want to say it's in the neighborhood of 325,
like that?
330, somewhere.
I
in
don't
there.
know what it is. And yet they say there's
I'll give it to you.
45 million.
340.1 million.
340.
Okay,
Okay.
That was 2020.
I was in the neighborhood.
Okay, and then they say that there's like 45 million people on SNAP. Doesn't that kind of blow your mind?
We were talking about today about Hamilton County.
Well, I'm talking generally in the United States, but yeah, Hamilton. There's different percentages.
There's 1/8. There's 1/8 of the population on SNAP for this county.
But nationally, it's over 10%.
Yes.
Doesn't that? And we're the United States of America. Does that not kind of boggle your mind a little bit? Now, listen. I am not begrudging anyone that is in need of help. I want to be very, very clear on this because people will misconstrue this comment.
Well, none of us begrudge anyone getting help.
If you
Anyone
need
that
help, I
legitimately
mean,
needs-
listen, I am the most charitable person to a point that you will probably meet. So if you
I
are on
agree with
hard times or you're, between a rock and a hard place, I do think that, that's a great system to make sure people, and more specifically, children are fed. However, we're the United States of America, and you're going to tell me that in the United States of America, over 10% of the people need to be on food assistance. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. I've been declared to be more than that. I think it's kind of boggles my mind.
It's very weird to me as well. But it's people. I mean, and I'm not touting us up, but I think we're all three good dudes, and we will help wherever we can help.
Yeah.
And we help our fellow man, and as long as you're worthy of it. If you're a piece of shit, I'm not fucking helping you. Sorry. Sorry about your luck. Make better life decisions. But if you need help, I will definitely help you.
I just think that the United States of America, as the most prosperous, I know the opportunities here. My family is an example of the opportunities here. And
yeah, exactly.
I'm puzzled that still over 10% of the population needs food assistance in this country. I don't know what that speaks to. Does that speak to maybe, I mean, there's a lot of takes to take from that. Do you take that, I guess what I might question is, are some people maybe too reliant on it? You see what I'm saying? I'm saying, is it too,
if it's too easy,
does it become a hammock rather than a net?
Well, it's like the COVID. It's like the COVID shit. The checks that the COVID assistance checks that we got, that some people got, I got 2 of them. I forgot that I got one of them, and then I paid for it in taxes later. But I didn't want the money. Put that shit somewhere else. Like, I don't need it. And I don't understand, like, where this premise is. Where, I mean, I get it, because, I mean, where I work is a little bit lower demographic, so I understand some of it. But if you're not willing to help yourself, you've got to get out there. You've got to get out there and try to work. But but we make it too easy for you to not work.
There's far too many people in this country who are on their second or third generation, and government assistance is all they know.
Yeah,
and I've seen the videos out there where you have a woman who she says, I got 4 kids by 5 daddies. And
how's that possible?
Yeah, well, if 5 kids by 4, whatever. But you understand what I'm saying?
4 kids by 5 daddies. That makes no sense.
And they're
Semantics.
upset that their SNAP benefits are being. How am I going to feed my kids? Because the only way that they know to feed their kids is through government largesse.
And that is where it becomes a lifestyle.
That's a terrible thing.
It's a terrible thing.
You get the ones, and I've seen a couple videos, and I believe them to be real. They seemed legit, where people are standing at the checkout counter and they're like, well, I don't have SNAP. I'm not going to have SNAP benefits. I'm taking this shit.
Just walking out.
I'm taking it.
Oh, well.
And you're not going to stop me.
I've heard that.
Which is amazing to me. Like
that's a horrible.
Now
attitude.
you're a criminal. Now it's theft, and you're going to go to jail, and your fucking 18 fucking kids that you have are now going into the system. You fucking moron.
But
It's
the Trump White House put out a press release a few days ago announcing that to this point in the Trump administration, 600,000 fewer people are now on or taking food stamps or on SNAP because of the Trump economy. I mean, that's and when you compare it to the 45 million who were on it, it's a small number, but 600,000 fewer not requiring these benefits anymore. I think that is something that should be celebrated.
Oh, it should be celebrated.
But that stuff like that.
But here's the thing too. Here's the thing too with those numbers. And like when I heard we were talking earlier today about Hamilton County and SNAP and the population and how many people were on it. How do you fact check that though? Now, all three of us lean the same way.
I'm in the center.
We're all in agreement.
I'm right in the center.
We're all in agreement with most of our thoughts, but we disagree at times. But here's where I disagree: is how can I prove that number? How do you do it?
That's a good question.
You can tell me all. Nazi Germany told people all kinds of shit, and they believed it, right? So how you can give me that number, and I believe it's true, but how do I fact check it?
That's a good question because
they can tell us anything they want, Dan. I mean, they can tell us anything they want and be like, oh yeah, and I'm a Trump supporter, but
you mean how do you fact check the 600,000 number?
Yeah, like how do you physically how does an individual physically fact check that?
Well, I guess what you do is you do a FOIA request for the government agency that keeps those numbers.
Right.
I don't know which one it is, and then you compare.
But how many people do that?
Well, I think a lot of those times. I think a lot of times those numbers come from the NGOs and the nonprofits that are.
But you see what I'm saying?
That are in business to serve those people.
Well,
I believe a lot of times
that
it's the NGOs or the nonprofits that actually get the government money. They in turn use that money to help people out with food assistance and different services.
I believe everything that
those
he's
numbers
done.
A lot of times come from those organizations that are dependent on this government money to keep their business up and running. So they're gonna put out those inflated statistics.
But you see what I'm saying?
As often as possible,
I believe the numbers because he's doing a lot of good things. He's helping my stocks. A lot of good things are coming out of this administration, but whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, whether it was Obama.
So your question is, how do you believe any government?
How do you believe when they say, whether it's Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, whatever, pick your Politico,
pick your poison,
Associated Press. Why am I supposed to believe that until you can back it up?
I don't believe shit I see on MSNBC.
I don't believe a lot of it either.
Or CNN.
I think though with the internet, you'd be able to, without really a whole lot of effort, you would probably be able to find what agency releases what report and pull it up online and fact check it yourself.
I just wanted
to be pretty easy.
I just wanted to throw that out there though. Like,
so here's your homework.
We always hear numbers.
Here's your homework for next show.
Here's your homework.
So you can dig out and find out how you fact check that stuff.
I don't have my computer in front of me today. I won't be taking notes.
But you see what I'm saying? Though? Like,
yeah,
I
do.
But the Democrats will take anything off MSNBC
and run with it.
And that's fact, right? And we potentially take Fox and we run with it.
Well, let me
or whatever. But for this podcast, I try to. If I grab a story,
you want to make sure it's right.
I try to hit. I'll hit AP. I'll hit MSNBC.
You try to make sure it's true.
As best as I can.
I'm
just a dumb fucking fireman.
Does my Facebook page count as a trusted
source? No, that is the most untrusted source I've ever seen.
By the way,
I'm actually banned from it because it was almost like porn.
I don't think I've seen that lid before.
This one?
Yeah,
it's my Halloween lid.
Oh, okay.
What are you dressing up as?
Very good.
This.
Okay, and that is
a shitty podcaster.
Can I share with you something I posted?
Andy Cap. You know who Andy Cap is?
But I got.
I remember that. That cartoon.
A cartoon. You do look like Andy Cap in that.
I have multiple of these hats, but this is my my festive Halloween hat.
That's the festive one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me post.
Boss and Scally, they're not a sponsor, but their hats are awesome.
Dan doesn't have his computer, but he does have his phone, so he's making.
Well, I want to share with you something I posted on my social media earlier today.
Is that on X?
On the X.
On the X.
I wrote these words. We now know beyond doubt that what has been going on at City Hall is more than gross incompetence coupled with failed leadership. It is flat out corruption and blatant racism.
Absolutely true.
Why would I say those words?
Because
why would I write those words? Why would I put those words out there for the entire world?
Just out in the universe to see.
And I've had 4 people like my comment so far.
What time? How long ago did you send that? So that's why you got to get on Facebook. You got to get on the Facebook. See what's wrong with the X.
I may be up to 5. I'm up to 5 now.
You know what's wrong with the X? You get lost. X has so many.
So many. There's so many. I don't care.
All right, but anyway, Dan is saying that because yesterday, Fox 19 shared a video that was acquired through some FOIA requests, I believe, and that the narrative that has been sent. Everyone has heard about the July beatings that took place in Cincinnati.
The beatdown. We may have mentioned it on this podcast.
The Cincinnati Brawl.
The Cincinnati Brawl.
We may have mentioned how it was played over and over and over again on national TV.
We never want to be on national TV, but we were.
So. How Cincinnati was excoriated on national news night after night after night.
And what was shown, and you can watch it. Anyone can go on fox19.com and watch
it. I got it.
And we're going to show it. But we're not going to narrate it per se. But what was shown and what Dan is talking about is that the public here in Cincinnati and the world was lied to by the mayor, by the city manager, by everybody that put out their narrative, by the local news even as well.
My sources tell me
they withheld
clips.
My sources tell me that this video
has been available.
which came from a camera, which Jason, you know full well that there are multiple cameras all around various parts of the city of Cincinnati.
And what did I say when we talked about it?
You've been to the command center before, where these cameras are monitored all the time. Right. This video was there. It was made available according to my sources, was made available. Once he got back from vacation to the mayor of Cincinnati.
Well, now let's be fair. He didn't leave till after the fight, so he could have seen that the morning of this.
He actually, and I will tell you, he had actual access on his phone. He could have watched all the shit. He could have watched
it on the plane wherever he was going because his child was God damn it, Dan. His kid was graduating kindergarten. That happens once in a lifetime. You heartless bastard.
You son of a bitch.
You ignorant slut.
It is a once in a lifetime thing.
Jesus Christ.
But my sources tell me this video was available. The mayor knew about it and refused to watch it.
Oh, give me a refuse to watch it.
That's what
what he say. I don't need to watch it. I don't. What is that? You can't handle the truth. What the hell
That's
is
what
that?
My sources tell me.
You need
that
me
the
on
mayor
that wall.
refused to watch it.
You need me on
because
that
he
plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability.
Wanted to spin a narrative that
that's even
appealed
worse.
to his constituent base.
That's even worse than if he refused to watch it as an elected official responsible really for guiding the city.
And I can only imagine
safety.
there were multiple. You can't tell me that the city council members don't know about all the cameras we have in downtown Cincinnati.
I would like to think they do.
And not one of them said, I want to see the video that was recorded from these cameras. Because
this camera.
If I was a city council person and I wake up that morning and I see this shit going on, the first thing I'm doing is I'm calling who I'm calling, the city manager. I'm calling whoever, and I'm saying I need to see the video that was recorded by the cameras down there. Was it 4th and Plum? Is that where it was? 4th and Elm?
I can't remember.
Whatever the intersection was.
But
I'm not there's cameras there. We know they're recording. And
I'm not going to speak to how many because I can't say the exact.
I know
how many, but
it's you can say it, but you have to kill us.
It's hundreds. Yeah. I don't know, so I don't want to be specific. It's multiple hundreds of cameras.
Yes,
all around downtown, maybe thousands. I don't know exactly, but there's a shit ton. I know there's a shit ton. They can zero in on whatever.
Yeah,
and once this dropped last night,
and this brings up another question: if this was on camera, who was monitoring those cameras that night? Why
Well,
did it?
I don't think nobody nobody necessarily monitors all of the cameras.
I understand
they're
that.
just there, and when something happens, then they can go back and be like, okay, what quadrant is it? Okay, cool, I can grab that. Nobody's sitting there monitoring.
I know, but it seems to me there should be.
Well,
because there's several minutes of this going on.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And I'm thinking police could have been there by then.
With what happened, with what got put on Fox News and MSNBC, wherever, like all the national outlets. And it was, and Trisha Mackey, when we get into the video, talks about like the smack. That's what started. Well, no. There's so much more before it, and it's amazing.
Right.
And I love the fact that we actually have that video now, because that poor motherfucker is getting, it's just a misdemeanor, but still, he should not be charged with anything.
But what did we hear? And this is why I said blatant racism.
Guess who signed
I know the current chief.
The interim.
Yeah,
the interim
the
chief.
Current
because his investigators refused to do it. They said that's not a reason for us to.
I know, but I don't want to assign any motive to that for why he may have done that. I'm not ready to go there at this point.
I will.
Do you know,
I think there's bigger fish to fry than that.
Absolutely.
Hey, do you know?
But think about that. Remember this. We had multiple members, including the vice mayor of the city of Cincinnati, multiple members of council, multiple so-called leaders of the black community, go in front of the microphones
Damon Lynch
and say, we don't see any white people being charged.
Correct.
Everyone facing charges is black.
They demanded.
We need to see a white person or some white people being charged because of this.
He's absolutely right.
And initially, our prosecutor, who is no friend to the right, a huge libtard herself,
activist Democrat.
She knew about this.
Yes.
And she to her credit,
did not bring charges.
Correct. I've said, and the prosecutor's office said from the very beginning, we have additional evidence that will present at trial. It's not up to the prosecutor's office to release this video. So the prosecutors knew it was there. They saw it.
Yes.
They knew what was going on. And the narrative that they gave initially on this, because they said what this was, and you'll see this play out in the video, is the one guy, and they've done this before. They cause a confrontation, okay, and it's a verbal confrontation. And while this confrontation is going on, his partner in crime comes up and pickpockets the person who is involved in the confrontation, because your attention is directed elsewhere. And if you've got your wallet in your back pocket, which I never have mine in my back pocket, by the way, they steal the wallet. And so when the dude makes the move to steal the wallet, and you'll see it in this video, that's when the shit hits the fan.
Before you show the video, do you know where your mayor ran to yesterday, and probably again today, I think?
What, he's out of town?
No, he's here. But rather than address, the video hit yesterday, right?
Well, it hit last night on the 11 o'clock news. I was on the air last night.
And only one news channel, Fox 19, shared it.
Well, that's because the person who facilitated the release,
they could have grabbed it off the internet,
only gave it to Fox 19.
Okay, but my point is, where did the mayor go? Rather than go in front of cameras, where do you think he went today?
12:30 The Buzz.
Correct.
Yeah,
on the Lincoln Ware show,
of course.
And placate. Did
you hear him talk about it? Did Lincoln Ware ask him some serious questions?
I doubt it. I don't listen to The Buzz. I'm sorry.
Well, how do you know he went to The Buzz then?
Because it's on the internet and I just watched it.
That's a fair answer.
The mayor.
Fair question.
And the headline is "The Mayor Responds to the Video."
To his base.
Oh, for God's sake.
To his base on the Lincoln Ware show.
Did he go on 700 WLW? Did he go on with Bill Cunningham today?
No. And Lincoln Ware was on the honor flight. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh, neat.
No, I mean,
awesome.
I thought it was kind of cool, but
yeah, okay.
No, Lincoln legitimate, man. I like Lincoln,
but he placates his base.
Yes, he does.
Right. So here we go.
Iris the virus.
Always now. This is Fox 19 Now.
Damn, I wish I would have been watching.
It is a brawl that made national headlines and led to massive calls for changes. And for months, we have been asking the question, How did that
How about
viral
those
brawl
boots?
start? Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Trisha Mackey.
And I'm
Oh,
Rob
my.
Williams. We knew there was surveillance video, and we've been asking city leaders for it for months, but they would not release it.
But tonight at 11, for the first time, we are getting to see how it started. Now,
And the
there's
fact
no
they wouldn't
question,
release it.
But for the first time, you will see what
What is this,
played
6
out
months
that
later?
early morning of July 26th. near
July
Florida.
26th.
August,
September,
In
October.
the early morning hours of July 26th, near the intersection of 4th and Elm Street. And as you can see, crowds
They did
of
a
people
great
were
job
just
with
walking
this.
around, hanging out downtown. Moments later, that crowd turned violent, and this new video shows exactly how it started. We requested this very video, which has never been seen before, but the city would not release it. But members of the criminal justice system gave the video to Signal 99, a satire Facebook page, and they have chosen to share it only with me and Fox 19. Again, this is all prior to the infamous slap. The video shows some sort of exchange between two men seen next to that white vehicle, and then the first blow. Watch closely. That's when Alex Chervinsky, who has been identified as both a victim and a suspect in the case, is hit from behind twice. Now, there's no audio, so we don't know what was said. Then the confrontation starts to escalate as even more people get involved. And then coming between Chervinsky and the other men involved in that initial confrontation, you can see there's a lot of shoving and punches thrown. A man wearing a black shirt steps in, starting to break up the group. As Chervinsky walks back to the corner where it all started, he stops and kicks that white vehicle twice. That's when a man wearing a red shirt, who police identified as Montez Merriweather, runs up and punches Chervinsky. Several more punches are thrown, more people get involved, but another person separates Chervinsky and Merriweather, who says that was his car in another video we obtained. And that's the slap we have seen before. And then the brawl goes into full swing. So let's slow it down. Chervinsky takes multiple hits to the face in just seconds. Moments later, cell phone video shows him on the ground getting kicked repeatedly. One person even stomps on his head. County prosecutor's office had acknowledged that there is additional footage showing how the altercation began, but the video,
I love the
they
stomp.
say, has not yet been made public because it could affect the ongoing investigation. Cincinnati police released body cam footage of police responding to the incident 2 weeks after the brawl, but still no surveillance video was made public. More new video given by members of the criminal justice system to Signal 99 show the moments before people fall victim to the violence. This video shows a man in a green shirt being dragged
This dude gets
into the
his
street after
pocket
already
picked.
taking several blows. Two women also attacked, one knocked unconscious and another punched twice in the face.
Greg Landsman still hasn't talked to her.
Defendants are now facing felony
Right
counts of
here.
assault and rioting, and Alex Chervinsky is facing a misdemeanor. That charging document was
That's
signed by
Holly.
now acting police chief Adam Henney after investigators refused to sign that charge. Now, all of the videos in their entirety are on Signal 99's Facebook page. We wanted to point that out. But we also want to point out that there's at least 5, maybe 6 minutes video that happened before the slap, before the first punches were thrown, of everybody on the streets, and they were all getting along. I mean, nobody was minding anybody's business. They were just out at 3 o'clock in the morning, just walking around. And then you see the man come behind Alex, punch him a couple times. It went out into the streets, more punches, and then you see the slap. But that hasn't been released until tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what reaction is to this video that people have not seen after they digest it.
Right. Our reporters will be asking those questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you're
So there you go.
Well, the reaction? I'll tell you the reaction. The reaction, I don't know what I think I know the reaction you guys have. I think the reaction for me is the mayor, the people in charge, led by the mayor, helped spread a false narrative, didn't dare correct it because they didn't want to irritate their base because an election's coming up. And then they placated their base by forcing these, at least I think what it appears to be is that the city administrator, correct me if I'm wrong, the city administrator pressured someone, not the prosecutor, but somebody to bring charges against Alex. Is that not correct?
That is correct.
It went outside the normal chain of not necessarily command, but of a normal process.
She
I think it was the city solicitor.
The solicitor.
Yeah, the city
to
solicitor.
bring charges against Alex. And I got to tell you, I'm not a legal person. I'm not an attorney. But it would appear to me, the more this comes out, this Alex guy might have one hell of a legal case against the city.
Hell
of
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Fucking
Absolutely. And his lawyer was on the radio earlier today.
Who's his lawyer?
I don't remember his name,
Okay.
but he was on with Cunningham earlier today, and he said, look, he said that the video totally exonerates my client, and he didn't say specifically that they were going to countersue against members of council, the mayor, the city manager, who created this false narrative about his client, and somehow he was deserving of criminal charges. So this is flat out corruption.
You know,
This video, and how many times did we hear that there's going to be a complete investigation and it's going to be what? Transparent.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be transparent. So if this mayor had any hanging down things at all, if he had a ball sack at all, he would stand in front of, he would call a press conference. He would open it up to questions from all the media.
Questions. Give me a break.
He would say, my city manager is fired.
Yeah.
We've had gross
Iris
incompetence.
Raleigh is fired.
Iris Rowley is fired.
Yeah.
Her contract is
Terminated.
as of now null and void.
Yeah. That's not going to
I
happen.
mean, what a grift.
You know,
she's started out for $400,000.
For
The city is paying her.
for a party that is so in supportive of trans issues, it's not really supportive transparency.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird. But I there's an election. Hey, when's that next election? When do you have a choice to make a change?
Well, and that's the other thing.
Tuesday.
How many people have already early voted?
What do you say?
Before this information-
elections have consequences.
This information came to light.
Enough. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know I haven't checked the most recent the voting. First of all, let's be fair. This is an off-year election. Voting is going to be light. I think they're forecasting possibly in the city 25% turnout.
That's horrific.
So
Look at how festive we are up there. by
that
the
is
way.
you keep changing these things. It's like a miracle. I'll say that Jason just said it. Elections have consequences. Although I think that this will definitely help the Bowman campaign because anybody is better. Look, Aftab, my opinion, Aftab never really. This job is not a job. This is a stepping stone.
He doesn't want to do the work.
He has no interest in doing the work. He probably doesn't even like the job, other than the fact that he does like seeing himself on camera.
I wonder how many days of the week he actually even shows up to the office.
I couldn't tell you. That's probably public. You probably could do a FOIA request and find out.
Yeah.
Well, you
Public
better
records.
figure that out if you want to know. Do the FOIA request because the fire chief is now he got $10,000 in overtime that he wasn't supposed to get and never paid it back. But yet the police chief is now on administrative leave.
Hey, can I ask you a question about that? So the police chief is on administrative
fucking
leave.
shit show.
That
dude.
has been made a scapegoat by this mayor, by this city manager, and the police chief. Now the city has hired an outside firm.
Yes.
They're going to pay him about 50 grand
To investigate why they fired the chief.
to investigate the job performance of the police chief. Now, let me ask you a question because I'm not smart. Maybe one of our listeners who thinks they're smart can answer it.
I'm waiting for the answer.
What does an attorney firm, what does a legal firm know about policing?
And why are we paying?
And why are we paying?
Not we, because
Why-
we don't live in the
of
city.
Cincinnati.
No.
But the
but-
city of Cincinnati,
Yeah.
Why
are they paying for that?
The partner of the law firm, who's the chief litigator on this, is billing $425 an hour
oh, that's
for her
amazing.
services.
But what does a law firm
You know what?
know
I will
about
give
policing?
you. I'll give you
The-
my insight for
The
$425.
lawyer who's
an
in
hour.
charge of this is specializes in employment law.
Okay.
So, she can go
Are
back.
they police?
I
Did
would
they go to the police
No,
academy?
I would imagine they'll go back. They'll look at the employment records. They'll look at the job reviews. They'll probably interview people that worked with her, and they're going to find out that because the investigation is supposed to look at if Teresa Fiji was responsive to all the directives that came from the mayor and the city manager.
Did you?
None of this shit.
They're
is gonna
supposed
matter,
supposed to look at it. If she had any malfeasance while she was in office.
Did you see?
If she did something wrong, I think we would know.
Did
about
you
it
see
by now.
this article? I hate Channel 9. I hate Channel 9 more than anything, but Chief Thigi met with the mayor or city manager more than 20 times,
ton of times,
up to 3 times a day
Yeah.
in the weeks after that brawl.
Yeah.
So you can't say that she was not involved in trying to fix this fucking problem.
I think that part of the reason the mayor made
Did you
this
see that
move-
article?
I see that.
I saw the article.
No,
but
I'm seeing it right now for the first time.
I think the mayor wanted to be able to say, if anyone asked him a question about this between then and the election coming up Tuesday, he could say, well, that's under investigation and we're going to wait till that investigation comes out. I'm not going to comment on that.
So
Take that off the table.
Let me read a little bit of this. Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi met with the mayor or the city manager at least 20 times in the 3 weeks after a notorious brawl downtown on July 26th, occasionally meeting 2 or 3 times per day. WCPO 9 I-Team obtained public calendars of city leaders, which revealed heavy involvement that Mayor Aftab Purval and the city manager Cheryl Long appeared to have in public safety and how Thigi performed her job. And in quotes, I, like many, woke up Saturday morning to the video, Thigi said in her first press conference, which I think we played that, I believe. But I'm kind of scrolling through here real quick. But let me be clear, crystal clear, that was a violent encounter. It makes me sick watching it over and over again on national news, especially.
Said who?
Thigi. That's
Thigi
from
okay.
Thigi. Right. Cheryl Long, the city manager, attended that July 29th meeting with Thigi and other police leaders. Purval, who was on a family vacation, appeared virtually during that meeting, drawing groans from the crowd as residents announced he's not here.
Dan, his child
Kindergarten.
graduated from kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
That
They
is
went on a vacation.
Once in a lifetime event. Dan.
How brave is that to use a 5-year-old as a shield?
Dan, do you not
What
remember?
kind of courage does that require?
Do you not remember your graduation from kindergarten?
Fuck no, I don't remember shit. I don't remember shit about being 5 years old.
Shit, he
Do you
doesn't
not
remember yesterday.
that event set you on the life path. That
The
you
only
found?
thing I remember is that kindergarten was pretty easy. That's all I remember. I was like, oh, this is what school's about. It's pretty easy.
I love finger painting.
First grade was a breeze.
I love
Then-
finger painting, and you shouldn't eat the glue.
Then it got.
That's what I was going to say. Dan
you know.
was eating glue.
Once I got in the second grade, things started to get difficult.
Crystallized for you.
School was a grind, starting from the second grade.
But no, so everybody is capitalizing on this, and obviously right before election day,
Two
Com-
weeks. He
coming up on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I do not like Channel 9, but I like the way that they pose this piece because it showed that like she was there, like she was trying, she was engaged.
But the
And
thing
she's
is,
getting fucked right now.
fine. They had all these meetings, they had all this stuff, but that headline is what they should have been doing every day. They should have had meetings like that all the time. They should have had phone conversations multiple times a day. Maybe the first thing in the morning when you're on your way to work, you're talking to the city manager. Hey, what's up today? And because there was a letter that went out that was revealed earlier this week.
Yep.
That was from back in August.
Oh, I don't have that.
And the police chief went to an event, was answering some questions, and said, we are going to do a task force with the other police chiefs in Hamilton County.
She spoke out of turn.
Trying to
it's where
reduce crime.
Cheryl Long got pissed off because she spoke out of turn.
And then Cheryl Long sends her
a
a letter trying to dress her down, saying, hey, if you're going to say something like this in public, it needs to come through me first.
Yeah.
So that tells me that they were not on the same page right there. That tells me that they had not spoken about her being at this event earlier in the day. And look, the city manager goes to different events. The police chief goes to different events. You got to talk about what's going on. That communicate it, and even if it was a surprise, her response should have been, "Hey, chief, this is a great idea. What can we do? My PR office is open. We can help facilitate this. We can get the ball rolling on this." But no, instead, she's worried about how this looks in the public because she was caught off guard.
Well,
as if she was going to answer questions about it anyway.
And then the beginning,
because she doesn't answer questions. Did you see the video where they tried to get her to answer questions? She blows right by him. Excuse me, I have to go to a press conference. I can't stop and answer your serious questions. I have to go in and go to a press conference where I'm getting an award for being a diversity hiring, people with DEI.
The sad thing
You know,
is,
what a bunch of shit.
The sad thing is that this has all occurred in time to make a difference this election cycle, and sadly, I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either.
But in the beginning,
look at all the people who've already voted though before all this information's come.
When this happened, I was against. I was like, oh, the police chief should have done more. Now, talking with a lot of my buddies that work for CPD, they support Teresa Thigi and know that she's getting railroaded.
Yeah.
But it's, to your point, I agree a little bit. Like, you don't have to talk to him that many times every day, but at least let's be on the same page. But also, let me do my job.
You know what?
As a city manager, just because I'm collaborating with other Hamilton County police chiefs, which is a normal thing on an everyday basis, it happens. So I
would expect my police chief to collaborate with
exactly
sheriffs and police chiefs around the tri-state
Jason,
area.
you have a lot of CPD friends, or some at least. What I've heard is that anyone, some people may have been critical. Rank and file might have been critical of the chief's job or performance, whatever. But this event has pretty much galvanized them to a man and a person that they are behind the chief and think that she was railroaded and treated.
That's the way I feel. That's the way
unfairly.
That's what I'm grabbing. And we've had Kenny Kober, the FOP president, on the podcast, and he's backing her as well. So, and
this is going to be interesting.
I trust Kenny. With everything. I mean, he's probably one of the best FOP presidents that they've had, because he's not afraid to.
Now, she's not stepping down. She's just on leave. She has not stepped down.
Correct.
No, she's not.
She's fighting this. And I have a feeling that, if there is a settlement, personally, I hope that she just doesn't settle and sues the shit out of them and whatever, right? And they go to court, whatever. I don't know the legal terminology per se. But the last thing I want to see happen in all this is a settlement with a big NDA, non-disclosure agreement, where she won't be able to comment on this bullshit, because I think this is just an example of something this needs to be brought to the light, because my opinion, the trust of public government in the city of Cincinnati, at least my trust of the public government in Cincinnati, has been severely shaken given this.
Well, I've got great faith in the Finney law firm. Chris Finney was a government watchdog, and especially a City Hall watchdog, long before any of this stuff happened. So Chris Finney has been on this beat going back decades. So he's a guy that is not going to get bowled over by City Hall. And Stephen M is absolutely one of the very best when it comes to handling these kind of cases.
Well, we also know
the Finney law firm's not going to get rolled over by the city. The city's going to wind up writing some big checks.
And as long as no NVAs are included.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, I would by no means throw out names, but we know somebody that Finney is representing, that the city is dealing with a pretty big lawsuit. And the fact that she grabbed Finney, once I saw that, I was like, she's good. she'll be fine. Even though she may want to continue to work, but you know what, sweetheart, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But
we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be interesting, and why this is important. And people maybe that aren't in Cincinnati are like, let's stop talking about this. It's important because, once again,
this was national news.
That was national news, yes, for sure. But, the one thing this has in common with a lot of other municipalities around the nation is this is a Democrat administration, a Democrat-run city now, Democrat prosecutor. And, this is stinks. And we have, for example,
you expect this kind of corruption from Washington.
You do.
When it's right down the road,
it stinks.
It
stinks
really,
worse.
it's terrible.
And
it really rubs me the wrong way.
I'm in control of the mouse, so I'm just going to throw some random shit up just because we're going to dial it down. But I think this shit's funny.
That's why I'm so opposed to a guy like Greg Landsman. And you know what, Greg Landsman? Yeah, I would like to put up the picture of Trump. Cry harder because you don't like the redistricting map that came out. oh, Greg Landsman is going to have to win voters in parts of Warren
Falk.
County.
Are you
And in
referring
part-
to? Are you referring to
Falk.
the bipartisan? The bipartisan.
It was bipartisan, yeah.
7-0 voted on
Yeah.
redistricting plan
Yeah.
from the state that was bipartisan drawn.
And
up.
Greg Landsman is like, oh, it's going to be so hard for me to win now.
Well, maybe
because
maybe he has to change a tattoo.
why don't you go to work?
Happy
How
Halloween.
about you go to work and why don't you prove to those voters why you should be worthy of their vote?
Well, listen, Greg Landsman is very prolific on social media, and he puts out
Yeah.
a lot of videos.
What movie was that from?
That
Which
red
one?
balloon movie.
It.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Do you see this one?
So
Falk narrator sent me a bunch of shit, and it was awesome.
and we have examples of I don't think we'll get to them because the show's getting close.
we got to go. It's
but-
trick or treat time.
Look, hey man, Democrats keep telling us how they're different, blah 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 blah, and Republicans are bad, Democrats are
different.
good, and I can't think of. I want somebody to think of a well-run Democrat city or state. Give me an example, because I can tell you that I think Florida's doing really well, Texas is doing really well.
You know what's
Um,
going to be Halloween? It's fucking New York right now
Yeah.
with fucking mommy
Mondami's-
and daddy.
Oh,
Or I mean, Mom Donnie.
Mondami's coming into New York State. That's about to shit. Mr. Shit's going to meet Mr. Fan. So I really, if somebody has an idea of a well-run, look at Minnesota. Their governor, jazz hands.
my
I mean,
God, what a
they-
mess.
Jazz.
Tampon Tim.
Tampon Tim. So, I do incriminate because party affiliation does matter to me. It does matter greatly to me. And, I'm not saying that every Republican is good and all Democrats are bad, but it just seems like, man, oh man, the Democrats, just their double standards and the shit they put up with is just
How many?
unbelievable.
How many votes were we off? 5 votes to stop the shutdown.
Yeah, it was only about 5. I think it turned
think it
out
was
to 5. And the Democrats have voted against a clean a CR, continuing resolution. I think it's up to 13 or 14 times right now.
Yeah.
So next week or tomorrow, because today's the 31st, when the SNAP benefits stop and your card gets turned off, let's please remember where the blame lies. And the blame clearly, if John Fetterman, okay?
Yeah.
John Fetterman.
Thank you.
If John Fetterman, a Democrat, and not a conservative person, can acknowledge that this fault lies with the Democrat Party, with Charles Schumer, who cannot go against his radical left base that is running their party.
Fucked up.
It's
Chuck.
not that hard for the rest of America to say,
AOC,
what, why does-
Rashida Tlaib,
Yeah.
the squad,
Yeah.
and all those gals. They're the
They're
Ilhan
running-
Omar,
here's the deal.
Eric Swallowswell.
Chuck Schumer is scared to death. If he doesn't kiss their ass, guess what?
Yep.
He's going to get primaried right out of office by one of them in New York.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. If you're too stupid or too ignorant to understand what's going on, I can't help you. You need to just understand the blame for this government shutdown continuing is one person's responsibility, Charles Schumer. That's
Yep.
it.
Hey guys,
We got to go. Happy
gotta go.
Halloween.
Happy
everybody.
Halloween.
happy
we gotta go.
Halloween. We appreciate you guys
Dan,
tuning
are
in.
you
Got the
and,
spider. Got the
what
spider.
are
We
you
will
gonna
see
be?
you in the next
What are
couple
you gonna
days.
be
We'll
tonight,
figure
Dan?
it out.
Dan, what are you gonna be?